Hello there,
Hello,
Gia.
Keisha. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yep, I've got Atomic Habits on hand here if you want me to start today with a little inspirational reading from Atomic Habits. I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you.
Well, are you reading it? Really?
I am. I really am. I don't think it's anything earth-shattering, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's good to be reminded of some little, it's about self-awareness, really.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, it's not a
Mm-hmm.
bad. I mean, I don't think everybody needs to rush out and get it and get the workbook and but
Uh-huh.
if you've got areas of your life where you're needing motivation, it might help you come up with
Hmm.
tactics, I guess.
All right. Okay. Well, thank
You
you,
know,
Gia.
what are
Thank you
you
for
eating? What do you got
that.
there?
I thank you for asking.
Did you bring
I
enough to share with everybody?
if there's like 20 people, yeah, I have enough.
Okay.
I'm sucking on a hard candy. I just like my throat
Oh,
got scratchy just before we started, and I thought,
oh,
yeah,
like that's a
maybe
good
this would help,
podcaster trick. Yeah. Okay.
isn't it?
The hard. Is it a Werther's original or a?
Nope, no, but it's shaped like half of an orange sort of slice, and it tastes sort of like fake orange, but
Is
it's
it
all
all
right.
dusty? Like, I think my grandmother used to have little dust like, remember those little dusty candies? Like, they were
Yeah, yeah,
like they'd
it
been
is a
in her
little
purse for
dusty.
for a couple years
Hmm.
and kicking
Yeah.
around.
I can't tell you how old this candy is. I have no idea, but
Okay. All right.
anyway.
Anyway, yeah, so it's Monday.
Mhm.
We had Friday and Monday, and
Yes, we sure did. Mhm.
we had some stuff going on in Old Port Charles there. We had some
Yeah, we did. I mean, there was some frustration, I would say, as well as some action.
on the part on the part of the viewers or on the part of the characters. Who's
I
frustrated?
I was frustrated.
Oh, not
Were you?
sexually, just in general, like,
Well, that's part of the
well,
package, but we don't have to talk about that.
was I frustrated? Like with Trina and Kai, kind of like
Yeah,
that, like they're
yeah.
the stupidity that continues to be Trina and Kai.
I know, like, who would be
I've
the
just
best
come to
person
expect
to
that
drop
from them
this
now.
bomb on, you know? Oh, the
Yeah.
person who's defending the person that we're about to implicate. Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed like I mean, I get that they were going to Alexis because they knew that going to anybody else would mean they'd implicate themselves. So that was, but like, why? What in the world made them think that Alexis would have any motivation to
Yeah. Yeah.
go after Willow? Like, I don't know. I mean,
And all
they
yeah,
they don't know the scout deal, so they don't know how extra motivated.
they don't. Hasn't Kai probably heard Drew
Oh well,
threatening?
that's probably true. He hasn't really been secretive about it, Drew, has he?
He hasn't. I mean,
So
I'm not
maybe they do know
sure,
that.
but I
Yeah.
would think Kai would have a pretty good understanding of, what an asshole.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that may be.
Plus, I mean, after what Alexis did to Portia on the stand, and her apology seems so hollow, it's like you knew
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had to know all of that would come out, so I don't know why they thought Alexis was sort of a woman of integrity, you know? I know she
Yeah.
can be, but in this instance and in this particular scenario, I think, that was a bad call.
Yeah, that was stupid. But I mean, they haven't been they've seemed like they're like 11 or 12 for some time now, and they just can't
Yeah,
seem
they do.
like
I
that
know, they're
conversation they
regressing.
had. I guess it was on Friday. They had this weird dialogue, Kai and Trina, like back
Mhm.
and forth, like, and so that means, oh, and I guess
Yeah,
that means, and it
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
what is this? Like, was that some?
I know, I know, and it seemed like, before Friday, Kai would have been the one you could count on to say, "Let's go to the police." I mean, he had said that before, hadn't he? And then then on Friday, it was Trina who said, "Oh, we have to go to the police." And Kai's like, "No, we can't go to the police," and it's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God." They don't
Yeah.
even know whose lines they're writing anymore when it comes to these 2,
But stylistically, what do you think they were going for there? Were they trying to hit some kind of like West Wing, like, fast banter kind of thing or something?
If that's what the goal was, I don't think they accomplished it. It just sounded like a couple of kids who just I I don't know. I mean, obviously they're all worked up. They know something important, but they they don't seem capable of thinking anything through, really. I mean, they did
Yeah.
kind of talk through some of the stuff they knew, like they put the pieces together, to kind of support this case. Um,
Yeah. I guess that's what we were
but
seeing there. I just thought it was a weird delivery, and I thought, is this supposed to be like extra hard hitting? Is that why they're doing it?
I know,
It
it
was
just
so terribly unnatural. I mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
know it's a soap opera. I know it's not, you know,
But
realism, but
it does seem like, yeah, they're not, like, behaving like 2, like, friends or anything with each other, really. They're just both sort of barking out, like, thoughts and things.
yeah, yeah.
It's just yeah, it is kinda weird, and it
All
seems a
right.
little
Well,
messy.
we've
Um,
pinpointed the source of your frustration mainly
that was
then, or
one of them, mainly
oh,
that,
well,
yeah,
do go
mainly
on. Okay.
well, another thing I was gonna say, and maybe this could still happen, like, it would have been maybe interesting if we had heard, like, them work through which people they were thinking about going to with this information and how they decided on Alexis.
Yeah, right,
Um,
right.
so who are they gonna go to the next person on their list now, or are they gonna, like, figured, maybe Alexis is right. Like, I hated how she, like, basically, like, silenced them.
Right, she shut them down on every move they might make, and,
Yeah, which
yeah,
she said this isn't just for Willow's sake. It's like, well, it
yeah.
probably is. Um,
Ultimately, it's all her own twisted motivation to for
yeah.
Scout, for herself,
Mhm.
for Scout,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mhm. Right,
yeah, which is sort of
right.
interesting to see her sacrifice everything, her integrity, like you said, the whole
And other
shebang.
people even. I mean, she's really kind
Yeah.
of, you know
Would it would be interesting, I mean, this would be weird, but do you think they'd
Mhm.
ever think of going to Drew himself and saying, "Hey, um"
Yeah, that's an interesting call. Yeah,
Y
that flashed through my mind, but I sort of like I wasn't ready to think about it, and I sort of shook it
yeah,
off,
you shut
you
it down.
know?
Well,
Yeah,
they both
but
hate Drew for lots of reasons, but,
right, but yeah, if the well,
he's in danger.
he is, and maybe by doing that, God, it's so hard to say how that would play out. Would he believe them? It would probably be a case of shooting the messenger a little bit. But also he feels like this is a way to take Michael down. So,
Right, yeah,
you
yeah, so
know,
he might shrug it off, like,
he
"Ah,"
might I don't know,
"Eh,
or
she
he'd be
didn't
like,
succeed."
"Oh, so you were the ones who took the stuff out of the safe." He'd have a lot of reasons to be angry with them, I think.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that
then
would
I
be interesting if he learned the information, but it didn't bother him enough to
I thought,
to
well,
turn her in,
yeah,
like,
what woman I've been involved with hasn't wanted to kill
hasn't
me,
wanted to
you know?
shoot me in the back, yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I thought, like, what would happen if they told Michael? Michael's got all, like, these resources, so he could maybe, like, figure out a way
That would
to
be a kinda smart choice, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I mean, and
Yeah.
Alexis looked at the phone records. It's like, seriously? So nobody else thought about, like, who is Willow calling at this, and I
Yeah.
don't know. So yeah, Michael could look at the phone. He could just have the phone records looked at more.
Well, it wasn't who Willow was calling, it was who was calling Willow, right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Which, I mean, if you didn't think I mean, she would have had no reason to unless the phone told you its exact location.
Mm.
I'm just working. My hamster's getting
Mhm.
going on the wheel here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wiley calling Willow wouldn't have given Alexis any special information until she knew about the ringtone
The
thing.
ringtone, right,
Right.
right. And maybe, yeah, this still would sort of take us back to, what would happen if they had told Drew directly? Like, would it jog Drew's memory if he heard the ringtone again? Like, would somehow that
Yeah.
help it surface in his head?
Maybe, yeah, maybe that'll happen because remember they did show him like I can't even
Mhm.
remember it clearly, but there was some point where he was like almost had a little
Yeah,
thought in his head.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
a flashback.
mhm.
That could be really interesting if he does remember this and
Yeah, just sort of on his own secretly,
yeah.
while the trial is sort of moving forward and the verdict, I mean, yeah, geez, I mean, they don't it's the double jeopardy thing that is concerning, you know?
Right, yeah, because if they finish this, which they're done, right? They're
Yeah, closing arguments, that's all that
yeah.
they have left,
Mm.
so, yeah, I don't know how are they gonna stretch this out all the way through the week, you think?
I don't know. We did have a couple of like side stories going today that
Yeah,
felt
yeah,
like a little
yeah.
more filler kind of stuff, but
Mhm, mhm.
now my throat's scratchy. God, that was disgusting. Wish I had a little candy or just some water or something. I got the cat. The cat has her water over here. I could have some of that.
Yeah, I've got water
The
too.
cat demands water by on the bedside table. It's like one of my
Yeah, I have
concierge
I
kind
have
of things.
cups set up, in the bathroom on the vanity, for the
Yeah,
kitty. Yeah,
yeah.
both bathrooms that
I'm
he
glad I knew that so I didn't drink out of those cups when I was visiting.
I know.
I didn't use them to
Oh.
take a pill or something, take a vitamin with that cat water.
Right, right, and you'll be happy to know with the new cats, that's been a reason to get more, like, cat beds and cat
Oh, well,
paraphernalia.
yeah, of course, right.
And then, of
Yeah.
course, you don't want the dogs to feel slighted, so I got a couple more dog beds, so
You must have absolutely no visible floor at this point anyway.
well, they say they can't go on the floor because Vinny will pee on anything that's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, yeah, right.
So, basically, my bed is half dog
All
beds.
dog beds, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, yeah, I went to Tractor Supply for the first time.
Oh, I love going to Tractor Supply. That
Really?
was your first time?
Yeah, well, because there wasn't one around here until, I don't know, the past
Ah,
year or so,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't
So
know
you
why I love it. I like a
'cause they have horse stuff
I
probably.
guess that's it. I guess that's it. Overalls, they have overalls.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
I
do.
remember I bought a
Mhm.
big cowboy thermometer for my father-in-law there once. He was
Wow.
thrilled with it.
A
Yeah.
big cowboy thermometer. That sounds like, do you take a cowboy's temperature with that?
No, just a big picture of a cowboy that was a thermometer.
Oh boy,
I'm thinking all
I had
sorts of naughty
images,
thoughts
yeah.
now.
Wasn't really erotic as much as
Oh, well, anyway,
clinical.
so you went to Tractor Supply. You were a Tractor
Yeah,
Supply virgin. Now,
yeah.
on this, we'll get back to General Hospital in a minute, but
Sure.
are you familiar with the concept of Buc-ee's? Did we talk about Buc-ee's? We did already, didn't we?
I think we did, but I might have
Yeah,
blocked it
okay.
out immediately.
Yeah, but you've never been in a Buc-ee's.
No, I don't think there are any
Yeah, I haven't
Buc-ee's
either. That's gonna
around.
one of these days I gotta go to Buc-ee's.
Okay.
It's just these are just like slices of Americana that need to
Mhm,
be
mhm.
experienced, you know?
Yeah, and, another one that we need to experience, is someday we've gotta somehow manage to get to one of these general hospital gatherings at
Oh, I
Graceland or wherever
know,
they
I
are, you know?
know. I wish they weren't so expensive. They look
I
really
know.
pricey. I'm like, "Goodness
Yeah.
gracious." We're sitting around watching a soap opera in the middle of the day. It's not like we're employed very well or anything.
I know. And my house is still cold, so how
We're all
much
underemployed
yeah, yeah, we made bad choices,
a
so,
little bit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that would be fun. That and also, like, I mean, I've been to a Waffle House, but I've never been at, like, 2 in the morning or something. I feel like
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
when it gets really,
Yeah, those fun Waffle House memes and
spicy.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, mhm.
And Florida is like the Waffle House is like the kind of like the canary in the coal mine here for.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, like the Waffle Houses never close. So if Waffle Houses say they're closing, then you better bug out because
Mhm, mhm.
something
Yeah,
bad's coming.
yeah, yeah. So it kinda feels like, in a way, if Florida were a restaurant, it would be a Waffle House.
That's probably pretty apt. Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
What would
Um,
Maine be if Maine were a restaurant? It would be
hmm. Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? We'll have to think
a
about that.
Denny's? No.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess we probably have Denny's, but
Maybe it would be a Moody's Diner, but nobody else would get that.
yeah, that's true. Moody's. Yeah.
Moody's
Uh,
Diner,
uh-huh.
delicious. Now
Yeah.
I want a pie. Okay. So, what are we still talking about the shooting? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Predictions of where they'll go next. I think Michael would be smart, so they probably won't do that because
I know. And that would just be an interesting just conversation, and also it would be fun to see, like, what he decides to do with the information, you know?
yeah, right, right. Um,
Um, but yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
But also, on the same topic,
Oh,
sorta.
disappointment. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say these same characters, I guess, is what
Oh,
I should have
okay.
said.
All right.
Willow, Drew, this whole little group. We did see on Friday, Willow and Drew were having a little meal at where were they? Like, that Cherie place?
Uh,
I'm not sure.
I think so. Yeah, not the Metro Court this time. I don't
Right,
think.
the new like, why is Carly going someplace else? Doesn't she still run
She's
the
probably
Metro
just
Court?
sick of her own stuff. Probably.
I guess so, anyway. So,
She knows
Willow
what
and
goes on in that kitchen. So.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So Carly and Jason are at one table, Willow and Drew at the other, and Willow is, like, slowly, like, getting Drew all riled up, like, right? She's
Yeah,
reprimanding
yeah,
him.
it's funny, it's like the gloves have come off with her and she's being so devious and yeah,
Yeah, she
it's
kinda thinks,
interesting.
I guess she feels like she's accomplished everything she needs to, so now she can sort of relax a little bit, and like, I don't know if she intended for Drew to take the stand and for him to suck so badly and, in order for her to have to save the case for herself, but that's what she believes has happened, right? That Drew did terribly, she was great on the stand.
Yeah, yeah, but now she's barely disguising her eye rolls and,
Yeah, and her repulsion, really.
yeah, yeah, which is funny. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this character once they've turned her.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they're really
know.
taking a serious digression in Willow that we
Mhm.
used to know.
Right,
Um,
right. Yeah, I think we kind of thought that there was still some of the, like, the decent sort of Willow inside, and that she had just been broken, or, the pressure
yeah,
of everything had forced her into, like, this sort of behavior that wasn't really her.
right. Wasn't really her at the core. It was just kind of
Yeah,
circumstances forced her to. Um,
desperation, all of that, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, they're kind of shifting that into like I want to believe that she's still like the Willow that was such a good teacher and
Yeah, and that was looking
so
out for
loving.
Scout, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and so this kind of I feel like that puts that aspect of the character in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
because now I'm like retroactively doubting how she's behaved all along,
Right, right, yeah.
which I don't like, but I am enjoying kind of the devious little eye rolls and and of course they were really laying it on thick when she and Nina had the conversation, where Nina's like,
Mhm.
and you were so, and Willow's still
Mhm.
just like poker faced and not
Yeah,
revealing, it's pretty
right,
good.
right, and she does have, like, the perfect sorta demeanor to fool everybody, you
Yeah,
know?
and she's, even her stature, she's so tiny and
Mhm,
delicate and kind of
mhm.
pale and wan looking that, yeah, you really believe the what did somebody called her, like, the don't I think Carly has described her, like, damsel in distress actor.
Yeah, and
Um,
Tracy was, when Tracy was yelling at,
was it
Alexis.
Tracy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh, no, she's anything but innocent."
yeah. So I
Um,
guess that's what we're gearing up for, a new Willow.
yeah, I did think that green sweater, that color looked fantastic on her.
She looks beautiful. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, she's a beautiful little murderess.
For a lying, duplicitous whore, she looked
Yeah,
really
yeah.
nice in that sweater. Um
I was gonna ask earlier if you were having a whorehound candy.
Even when it's
Speaking
spelled
of dusty
HORE,
old, yeah, dusty
you have
old
to pronounce
candies.
it whore.
Whorehound candy.
We've got a problem. Um
It's a
Or
first step. Yep. I'll dive into Atomic Habits, try and figure it out.
Other frustrating things. There was something else. What was it? Oh, well, I guess it was just a little frustrating. The whole Cody Molly thing when they get back to like,
Oh, today, yeah, that was
yeah,
so,
it's like talk about 12-year-olds.
well, and it was just so cliched, soap
Yeah,
devicey kind of stuff. I was
yeah,
like, "Did I miss something completely?"
I
And
know.
then they kinda reminded me of that. Like, "Oh,
Exactly,
that was, like, no
exactly.
big freaking deal." Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like, "Oh, please, I don't wanna do this anymore," you
I
know?
don't wanna do this. But then, I don't know, we were kind of rewarded with the cute, like, when they finally, like, revealed to each other they want to be boyfriend and girlfriend. That
That would yeah,
was
I know.
kinda cute. It was
I know
cute,
it's
wasn't it?
sweet, and I like that
Yeah.
and I did like Cody I like Felicia talking to Cody, like, I like that sorta dynamic, I like that she's so caring and supportive, and that
Yeah.
Cody's kind of comfortable enough talking about his feelings with somebody,
Yeah. I didn't
so
like the way he
we're all
flung that saddle up on the tree, though.
You probably didn't hear a word that was said after that, did you?
Well, and I could be wrong, but I feel like the saddle should be flipped in the other direction. Like, wouldn't you come in and put the saddle with the cantle the other side, like the other, I don't know.
I'm
Like the way you'd put it up on a horse, like you'd approach a horse.
I'll be
Uh,
honest with you, Gia, I don't even remember a saddle in that scene.
and I just go, we'll get this out quickly, but the saddles look like they're brand new and they've never been oiled or used, so they just look like they're completely stiff and unused. It's like,
Uh-huh,
so he's not much of a groom he's not keeping things in the proper
mhm,
fashion.
uh-huh,
That's all. I'm done now.
for today, for now.
I had to get it out.
I get it, I get it.
But
That's all
yes,
right,
I
Gia.
agree. I like Felicia. Felicia is always very sweet with him and
Mhm.
motherly, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, hopefully now we can stop with the, like, dance, between Cody and Molly, and they can
and
sort of
just yeah.
proceed.
Well, and I mean, there's always a danger that once that happens, is that jumping the
Right.
shark?
Well, sometimes it seems like whatever chemistry or like whatever was interesting just
It goes
fizzles.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
that's what
doesn't
happened with
have
us. I
to.
think a lot.
Us, the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much fizzle.
Yeah. I looked up WAN just because I was like, I was hoping I used that word correctly, and
Yeah, uh-huh.
there's also a wide area network, large computer
Oh,
network.
yeah.
Wow.
That's
I didn't
true,
know
it's
that.
an
Did you know
acronym.
that?
Yeah, it's an acronym, so yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not the
I like
same.
I like
You
the way you say that. You really emphasize acronym.
Sorry. And I don't know if it is technically an acronym, if it if
Isn't
it's
it?
not a word, I mean, sure, "one" is a word, but it's not a word that sort of relates at all to the words it's representing, you know what I mean?
Wait, say that again. As
Well,
a
like,
word is
well,
represented.
SCUBA's an acronym, right?
Right. And it also gets used like a noun. Is that what you mean? Like it has to be
Yeah,
able to.
kind of, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe an acronym just because it seems like it should create a
Well,
word.
let's look it up. What is an acronym?
Okay, this will be fun
You,
for
you think of
everybody.
the you think of the next
Okay, all right,
topic.
all right. I'm gonna go back to Friday for our next discussion. Okay,
All right.
um, and in your
Well,
one,
I've
yeah,
already got it. It's just an abbreviation formed from the initial letters of other words and pronounced as a word.
pronounced as a word. Yeah,
Pronounced as. So, I
mm,
mean,
yeah.
does that
I
cover what
guess.
you're?
Yeah. So I guess WAN. I guess that is an acronym.
Unless you always say it WAN. I've never heard of
Right.
it before.
I think you say WAN. I mean, there's
Hey,
also
they use
a
scuba too
LAN.
as their first example. Look at that.
Okay. Thank you.
NASA, ASAP.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right.
What's
Stat.
FUBAR?
Fucked up beyond
Fucked
all
up.
recognition.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a handy one.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't know this one. Did you know that laser is is an
Mm,
acronym?
no,
Did
I
you know
didn't.
that?
No.
Light amplification by simulated emission of radiation.
So is it also a word,
So,
or did
okay,
it
well,
did it
here we
start
go.
out as an acronym?
These are examples they're giving me. And under that category is examples that became words.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
Scuba, laser,
Right,
radar.
right, 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 right.
So I guess
Radar
it
too.
doesn't, yeah, necessarily like
Mhm.
FOMO.
Mhm,
You
right.
know, I have
Right.
FOMO all the time. Is that TMI? Don't you? Don't you have FOMO? I have FOMO a lot.
Hmm, I don't know.
It's
I
sad
I'm
to
not
admit at this advanced age that I get FOMO.
I just have, like, just a lot of regrets. Is that the same thing? Just paralyzing
I don't think it's
regret.
quite the same thing, but
No.
it probably is on a parallel
Yeah, yeah.
somehow.
Mhm. They probably go hand in hand often.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, okay. So yeah, Cody and Molly. I'm hoping they remain cute. I'm hoping
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
now we just get to have a happy little sort of honeymoon phase with them being
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
bright spot in our. Could you believe they mentioned TJ today?
I know, yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? It's
And
rare.
they were like, "Well, she's not. It hasn't been that long since TJ." It's like she hasn't mentioned TJ, and nobody has mentioned TJ in like a year or something.
Yeah, it has to have been years now, right?
I don't
Since
know.
we
We
left?
have to
I don't
look
know,
it up.
it's
Feels
over
like
a
it.
year. We don't have to look it up, I'm just gonna say
I
it's
won't
been
look it up.
long enough,
I
right?
set that phone down. I'm not looking
Thank
anything up.
you, thank you.
God, I know.
But I like also that Cody, he continues to mention how he respects her and admires her, and he's not like he doesn't want to pretend that she's not smart and probably smarter than he is, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's like part of the attraction for him.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
which is
like
nice
that.
to hear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I hope that doesn't become like the thing that
Oh,
unravels,
like they're from their
you know?
worlds are too different or something. And
Or that she starts to feel like she is just too smart for him or something. Like, I want his qualities, like his street smarts or whatever, his other abilities to
his
sort of
horse
level
sense.
this. Oh, Gia, listen to you.
Well, you walked right into it. I mean,
Did I?
yeah, you galloped right into it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, okay, that's true. That could be another, yeah. But well, hopefully we'll just get a little time of fun here for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that would be fine, I guess, if I mean, maybe they aren't gonna be, like, lifelong partners, but if they could not destroy each other, that's all
and
I ask.
I like with Molly, this is a new Molly from our
Mhm,
original Molly, or I don't even know if she was the
mhm.
original, but the most
Yeah,
recent one.
mhm,
And when this one came on the scene, she was all wrapped up in the baby loss story, and
mhm. Mhm.
angry and bitter and nasty things were happening. And now I feel like
Yeah.
we're kind
Yeah.
of seeing her harken back to
Mhm.
that a little more silly and whimsical
Mhm.
Molly
Yeah.
style. And I kind of
Yeah.
like that, because
Right.
that Molly
Mhm.
had kind of a really charming goofiness about her.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
I think we're starting that's coming back, and
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
makes her more appealing.
Mhm.
Not just the hard-nosed lawyer kind of thing going on.
Right,
But
right, which is sort of an edge. Yeah,
yeah.
and when you said that, you reminded me of another little scene with Drew where he was talking about how I guess it was with Willow, where he said, "You don't have to worry about me. Remember, I was a Navy SEAL." I was just like, "Oh no, you weren't." It was
Oh,
the other. It's kind of like the Nicholas thing. Like
oh
one
yeah, the
Nicholas
one yeah.
definitely knew
Yeah,
Latin, the other
and
one,
the other
no.
one did not.
You
Yeah,
know?
right. The other
And
one
this
probably skipped French, or something. But
right, they were just learning enough to pick up girls.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, this Drew, I don't picture as a Navy SEAL?
Well, see, I could picture this Drew as a Navy SEAL more than the other one. I think just because his physique is so, he's obviously. I mean,
It
he's obviously spends an inordinate amount of time at the gym.
but
Uh,
but being a Navy SEAL, I think one of the things the qualities you have to have is, like, a certain coolness, a certain,
oh
like,
yeah, that he's not displaying that lately.
unflappability,
Yeah.
and just, like, yeah, I think it's more like as much maybe your personality and your grit as like your physique, I would say.
I've never known any Navy SEALs, so I can't really speak to it. Have you known any?
Well, I just all the guys I met in the military, not necessarily Navy SEALs, but I would imagine like the ones that seem to be like on a trajectory maybe towards that sort of a goal. Like I think that's kind of what they have in common is like, a steeliness.
Do you put my old man in that camp? He was in the
Yeah, sure.
military.
Sure.
Yeah, he's got a
He
certain steeliness.
Yeah, he
Actually,
does, he
he
does.
is pretty unflappable, I will say.
Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
unflappable unless you put the wrong movie in his queue.
Let me take his Netflix code number. That's true. I wouldn't have predicted that that would be what pushed him over the edge, but it really did.
Really did. I'm sorry again.
Oh,
Uh,
no, I thought it was great. I wish we could do something like that again. That was
but
um,
yeah, I think your fella there is unflappable and cool.
but yeah, it's true. Drew's nothing but flappable these days. But
Yeah, that's all he is. Yeah, he's just a
when he
whiny
answered the
son of a
door, who was it that came to the door? I guess Nina.
Nina. Yeah, would
He was like,
understand.
it was like he was oddly like lunging or something. It was so weird.
I know. I think it might be time for him to retire the cane. I think he's kinda loving that as a prop, but,
I know.
you
Yeah,
know.
I saw something today how they were like complaining. I think it was on the General Hospital Snark, which I love that
Mhm.
page. They were
Mhm.
saying, like, can't they get him a cane that's the proper height? He's so big, and they've got this little
Yeah.
bitty like,
Yeah, right, right. It does have him stooped over, doesn't it?
yeah. But
Mhm.
anyway, yeah, he's just like he's almost foaming at the mouth lately all the time. He's just so
He
overworked all the time.
Yeah, he's a
It's
mess.
crazy.
He's a
Yeah.
mess. Yeah, okay, so we've skipped a lot of things, but,
Okay. All right.
and
Well.
they didn't spend much time on this really, but Brad and Britt, do you remember Friday?
Oh, that was a fantastic scene. You didn't check our page probably, but I
Oh.
even quoted a piece of his dialogue because he was
Oh,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fire that one
Yeah.
little scene.
What was the funny line he said? What was he talking
Well, he had
about?
a lot, but he said
Oh,
something about
fruitcake.
fruitcakes. That's the line I
Yeah,
quoted, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, uh-huh.
Like something about regret in food form or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
emotional regret
Speaking
and
of, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Mhm,
and I loved that he ended the whole thing with he'd be there with ice cream, ready to
mhm,
pick up the pieces. And it's like,
and he wouldn't say, "I told you so." That's huge.
yeah, they're like
Mm.
one of the best friendships, which is so weird for a
Yeah,
couple of people that are lying, stealing, fibbing, murdering, whatever. I don't know if they're murderers, but um
mhm.
it's funny to think that they have such a strong, admirable bond, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, I think so too. I liked how he sorta said, honesty is, like,
It's
overrated,
yeah, not what we do.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really like him trying to, like, sort of make her decisions for her about who she sees and doesn't see, and maybe it's
Yeah,
my loyalty to Jason, I don't know, but,
yeah, that was rearing its little ugly
and,
head, isn't
well,
it?
yeah, a little bit, but then I also thought, is he maybe just jealous because he's by himself, and wants her to be
Maybe, or maybe he's truly just like, Jason has broke your heart so badly, like, why are you doing this again,
Yeah, yeah, but so much time has passed, it kinda seems like this is a new sort of a chapter in all of their lives.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't know. I don't
We'll
know. I
see.
mean, yeah, yeah, I know it probably will not end well for Britt, but not necessarily for the reasons that Brad thinks, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not, but, I'm just so glad Brad is back and
Yeah, yeah, that's nice, that's nice.
that
I
like, for
wonder
me, the love relationships are never as important to me as all these peripheral friendships and everything
Yeah,
else going
yeah,
on. Yeah.
right, right. That's where you have the good conversations, it seems like,
Yeah, right,
you know?
yeah.
What do we think Brad is gonna be doing to, get himself out of debt? Something bad?
Right, because he was like he's like, "Oh, he can't even working at the hospital wouldn't be nearly enough." I don't
Yeah.
know. What kinda would he, like, take up with Sidwell somehow
Oh god,
and make a
wouldn't that
quick buck or something?
oof,
Or would he is Selena Wu still in town, or what are we supposed to think, has happened
well,
to
he
Selena
was
Wu?
supposed to leave, right? I mean, Sidwell
Yeah,
sort of forced her
took
out of
over the
town.
territory, yeah.
Um,
Um,
I don't know. I don't know what Sidwell would think if he saw Brad, you
but
know?
those would be his bad guy options, right? I mean, Sonny, but Sonny wouldn't touch him.
Sonny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's you couldn't trust Brad with any real mission, could you?
Did you, were you, like, startled when they'd had the chicken piccata and nobody talked about Dex? I feel
Uh,
like that was their special dish, and it felt sort of sacrilegious that he was just
well
cooking it for everybody else, and
well, Joss wasn't there at any point, right? I mean, she was the only
no,
one.
no, but
Would you
wouldn't Sonny
know?
kinda have a little special spot in his heart for that
Well,
meal
it
they shared?
sounds like that was always his one of his specialties,
I
you
guess
know
so, even before
yeah,
Dex came along, yeah.
yeah. It was nice to hear about the piccata again though, wasn't it? And everybody getting all
Yeah.
excited.
I have a new special dish. I don't know if I've told you this. Do you wanna hear it?
Um, I guess I do.
It's got
Sure.
3 ingredients.
That sounds like one too many, but go ahead. Mhm.
Um, Spinach, so frozen
Okay,
spinach,
nice.
cook
Uh-huh.
the spinach.
Yeah,
I salt it too. I again can't really
I
count
bet
that
you
really.
do. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
then I drain it, and then I mix in plain Greek yogurt, so you can't have it,
Ah, okay. Uh-huh.
and some lemon juice, and it's
Oh,
delightful.
really? Okay.
It's like a creamed spinach, but with a little more
Yeah.
tanginess because of the
Uh-huh.
yogurt.
I used to love a Greek yogurt. Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
I'm finding uses for it all over the place.
Yeah, delicious.
Put
So
it on your
creamy.
face for a moisturizer? No,
Yeah,
haven't
sure.
tried
You
that,
no,
but
you could.
you probably could. I bet it would help my hair, which is in serious trouble these days, but
M it I don't know. That would maybe create
would
some new
cure probably
problems
calm
for
down the
you.
split ends or
Yeah,
something? I don't
solve
know.
one problem, create 1 or 2 new
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but,
Anyway, chicken piccata, okay.
mhm.
Um, we weren't even talking about that though, were we?
N no, I don't know exactly where that came from,
Sorry,
but
left field.
at least you got your recipe in
Yeah,
so
I
that
just wanna share that with people because I was trying to not put butter on everything,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
wanted something in the spinach to
mhm.
help it along.
Yeah, yeah, well, and you get some calcium, some
A little
protein.
protein, sort
Yeah.
of protein forward, yeah.
Mhm. Right, right.
That's what we're all
Um,
about.
sure. Okay. All right, let's get back to this
Okay.
little job of ours. Okay. We had also Laura and Sunny, had
Oh,
their little tete-a-tete.
there was a tender moment there when she mentioned that she wanted to
Luke.
call Luke. Yeah,
Yeah,
that made me
yeah,
like have a little like like a
mm,
little sort of dry sob, a little like a intake
yeah,
of breath kind of moment.
yeah, and it was effective too, like, it sorta helped you see, like, all the layers of Laura, the
Yeah.
grief
Yeah.
that's always gonna kinda be there.
Yep.
And also
Um
it seemed like, I mean, I didn't Sunny didn't seem to take it that way, but, she's when she said, I can't help thinking Luke would have known what to do," and, she didn't say, like, "But
like you
you"
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. Well, and
Um
they don't have a plan. I mean, their plan is just to lull Sidwell into a false sense of security, right? But then they haven't.
Right, right.
What are they going to do once he's got that?
Yeah,
Like,
right,
how
right.
are they ever going to get the upper hand with this evil?
I know, and, like, just playing on, like, Lucy's jealousy doesn't seem like a very Sunny kind of a plan.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know why they felt like that was such a big piece of intel.
Yeah, it's really
The
no, it's really
Lucy, Ava, it's like, well,
not.
everybody's been known that. Ava's been going back
Mhm.
and forth to Spoon Island for quite some time. It's not been a secret.
That's right.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Hmm.
I don't know. I just don't know what leverage that gives them, really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I suppose Lucy something could slip, she might see something, but I think Sidwell's too smart really to let her see anything that would be,
Yeah.
used against him, I don't know, except by
Um,
accident, maybe.
do you think now again I have to credit General Hospital Snark, that page.
Okay.
I believe
Mhm.
they've got their own podcast too, but I haven't listened to it. Anyway, they're great.
Mhm.
They had like some categories, and they were doing like best villain, blah blah blah, like doing
Mhm.
a year,
Mhm.
and they picked Sidwell as their best villain.
Mhm.
Would you agree with that for best villain of the year of this
Of the
past year?
year?
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, I guess he's been the worst guy, hasn't he?
you picked him over Drew. You think? Like Drew's our
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, that's interesting. Drew doesn't really come to mind so much as a villain, as just like a real
Is it
asshole.
because he's just so? Yeah, he's so petty and
Yeah, he just seems more like a super lame guy.
I'm gonna give you that. I think that works.
I mean
I
I
think
mean,
you're
maybe
right. Like, I mean, but he's done a lot of villainous stuff,
I know, and
but
I suppose he's capable of diabolical deeds, but he doesn't seem like I don't know, like he's quite as,
yeah, he
brutal.
doesn't quite go in the same category. I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, although maybe he should, I don't know.
And maybe it's because we knew him before he took this turn, before
Yeah,
the character, and Sidwell,
right.
arrives on the scene as like uber bad guy right from the get
Yeah,
go.
that's right, yeah.
We've watched Drew morph into this weenie that he is today.
Yeah, and I don't see him changing back to a good guy anytime soon,
You know what they need to do is put him in Alexis's basement because that did wonders for
Oh,
Rick.
that's true, what a good idea. I was thinking about Rick today, yeah, and how, we haven't
I haven't
seen him in a
seen
long
him.
time,
Yeah, right.
and he would have been an interesting sort of voice in some of these legal matters,
And we'd like to know if his truce with Sonny is, for real. If
Right,
his,
right, that's just sort of been left
yeah,
hanging, hasn't it?
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
So
hmm, right.
anyway, speaking of Drew and Diabolical
Mhm.
actions,
Oh,
we
yeah.
had Ned today.
Mhm.
And we had Ned flashing back again to his heart attack when
Yep,
Drew left him lying on the ground in front of
yep.
Bobby's.
Right.
And that's pretty diabolical, right? I mean, that's
It
villainous.
is. It
But
is. It's just yeah, it's
yeah, I'm
also
not
an
even really
asshole
arguing.
move.
I'm just kind of saying, like, you're right. He does just seem like an asshole guy.
Yeah, and
Um,
it is possible, I guess, that he thought he was faking it based on Quartermain, sort of being
yeah, yeah.
past behavior, but I don't know. I guess
You'd
most
still play.
people
Most people would still play it safe.
yeah, yeah, you'd stick
Yeah.
around, yeah, and do something. Yeah,
So,
so
how did
that
you like the scene with the finale with Olivia and the
and the
rifle?
gun, that was
Yeah.
a little, I don't know, like one of the old TV sitcoms, kind of. I don't know. That it seemed a little over the top as much as I
Yeah.
like Olivia and all of that, but I don't
You
know.
know what? It hit me wrong today, and I think it's just a matter of timing. But I feel like the violence we've been having in real
Yeah.
life was
Yeah, I
has
anytime you
been.
see a gun,
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume something bad can happen, you
Yeah,
know?
like, it would have been funny in other times, but
Yeah,
lately, like, real life
yeah,
has been so,
brutal.
terrifying,
Yeah,
and,
awful.
yeah,
Mm,
so I was kinda like, "Huh, this is like" it really fell flat for me. I was kinda like,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Even the, like, Tracy, like, giving her the gun, it's like, "Really?" Like, that just felt weird, like,
I know, yeah, that was a strange choice,
it
wasn't it?
felt like they didn't read the room, like, not like they could
Mhm.
have anticipated, however far in advance they write stuff, but,
Right, but still, it seems like, it's been
it just
months of us being on edge,
yeah, on
you know?
edge. Yeah, it felt like it just hit a really wrong note, a really flat note.
Yeah, and also I feel like just when you're, like, talking about Drew, who's very litigious and is always looking for some sort of an opening, or some
Yeah,
excuse,
yeah,
to cause trouble, like, why would you provoke him like that? I don't know.
yeah, but, I don't know, I mean, I always like having Ned back on,
Yep. Mhm.
and I it was interesting that he kept that secret, for
Mhm.
a while. I almost felt like he was, like, ashamed or something. I'm not sure what,
I
you
wasn't sure
know.
he completely remembered it before, but
Yeah, right,
they
yeah.
kinda made it sound like he had, right? Like
Yeah, and
he
he chose to keep it secret,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause it looked like it was all just sorta coming back to him
Yeah,
there.
I don't know,
Uh,
but it was kind of
yeah,
interesting. I wasn't sure where
yeah,
they were going with that, but,
yeah, or what exactly they can do with that other than just, it's just more proof that this guy's a real dick, you know?
yeah, yep. And I was wondering, like, if I don't think it'll happen because he's on another soap too, right, Ned, that actor?
Yeah, yeah,
So
mhm,
they can't have a full storyline with him, but I kind of liked the moment where he had the real sadness when they wouldn't let him have, any
mhm.
alcohol.
Alcohol, yeah.
And I thought, we could just, like, have some real depression. I think a lot
Mhm,
of people that have health
mhm,
health incidents, heart attacks, whatever, and this,
mhm.
dealing with having your mortality right in your face like that. Um,
Yeah, having to, like, acknowledge that, you've got problems that you can't ignore anymore, you know?
yeah, yeah, and just that, the end is near, even no matter what you do.
Mhm. Yep.
So that I don't know, just having him deal with aging. I always like that. I don't know why. Maybe just because I'm aging so rapidly that I feel like those are kind of some missed opportunities sometimes.
I agree, I think that could be something that would be, kind of fascinating to explore. I
I
mean, and
mean,
also
they did the Alzheimer's storyline. To their credit, that was a
yeah,
fantastic storyline a few years
but
ago.
again, this is a medical drama,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, Gia, did you watch the new,
Oh, I did.
episode of The
The
Pit?
pit. Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you?
I
Yeah.
did, I did, and I was thinking that show, I mean, it's people are so hooked on it, it's huge, I mean, probably bigger than they, imagined it would be, and I feel like General Hospital could take a lesson from that, you
I
know?
guess so. Yeah.
I mean, I know they
One
can't
one objection, not objection, but this is an objection for a lot of shows. Like I'm watching Landman too, and I feel like it has a
Mhm.
similar problem, but in a different direction. But
Uh-huh,
um, I feel like there's a little bit of preachiness going
uh-huh.
on.
Yeah, there doesn't have to be
And there
really.
doesn't have to be because they can
Yeah.
show rather than tell so
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, I didn't need the nurse to be telling me about giving the man back his dignity, the homeless man who smelled so bad, you know?
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
didn't need that
Yeah.
spelled out in dialogue.
Yeah, that would have been kinda more powerful, wouldn't it, if they had just sort of shown, like,
Yeah, just
no dialogue, just, like, the hose sort of, you know?
yeah, and I don't
Mhm.
know, and just moments like that. I mean, I know I guess it is cool, like, maybe it's but I don't need to be, like, educated,
Mhm. Yeah.
well, I do need to be educated. That's
Oh, that's the atomic habits working.
right, right, but I guess, I mean, it would always be more effective, I think, if this was, like, shown rather like, if it were
Yeah.
baked in rather
Mhm.
than so sort of didactic, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Since she
I
gets
hope
to use a
everybody has a
big
chance to watch
vocab.
the pit.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't.
It is really good, though. I mean, I really do think I like that they moved the time forward a little bit so that the
Mhm.
newbies were, like, the next up on the rung, and we have new
Yeah.
newbies,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and,
Uh, right. And obviously their budget is a little bit bigger than general hospitals because there's like 400 people in a scene, you know?
right, right, yeah, yeah, right, but,
Um,
anyway,
but
on hospital, like, yeah, handling some more storylines that are medical and just I don't know. We don't have to. Oh, it doesn't always have to be out about people's love lives,
mhm.
and
E
um.
and then also, like, it makes me think back to the choice about, being somewhat explicit about the eyelid mites.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Like, that was such a random little, like, intense
yeah.
exploration of this
This
condition,
one, yeah, right,
and then it was gone, never to be spoken of again, and it's like, "W so why can't they talk about somebody who's had a heart attack?" You
right,
know?
right, yeah, right. Like, wouldn't it be interesting to follow Ned as he went to some
Yeah,
appointments now,
yeah.
and got
Mhm,
urged to go into to do some physical therapy and whatever,
mhm. Yeah.
like all the things that normally happen when a person has. Didn't they say it
Mhm.
was the widowmaker?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, so
right.
there would be a lot of follow-up stuff going on, you would assume.
Mhm, and I you'd be afraid to ever get him upset, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously, he's had surgery, and hopefully he's, sort of better than he was before, but, still,
but
it would
yeah,
be anxious. Yeah,
but yeah, I
anyway.
wouldn't they could explore how Ned's feeling, they could explore how, his spouse, his children, how, like, oh, are they gonna be treating him differently, and, like, that all
Right,
that kind of stuff that happens in real life that could be interesting.
and you'd
Um,
think Leo would probably get way into, like, the whole, like,
oh,
science
yeah,
of it, you
yeah.
know?
That's
He
true, yeah. But
um,
I guess that none of that can happen with that character anyway, because he's not on
mm,
there enough.
yeah. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know what his contract looks like. We need to know some of this
We need
stuff.
to know some of this stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Let's see. So what else do we have? Oh, Michael and Jacinda sort of patch things
Patch
up.
things up, yeah, glad to
Mhm.
see that. I still can't help but think that Jacinda and, Christina would just be the hottest couple in town.
I don't think Michael would appreciate you thinking things like
I
that.
know, but, like, when he went to take Wiley's call and those 2 were talking, aren't you
Mhm.
feeling a little heat there?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still I like Jacinda, I do. Trying to imagine, what this is gonna look like moving forward, she and
It'd be
Michael.
an interesting love triangle, though, if Christina
Ooh,
did
yeah.
fall for Jacinda,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, uh-huh.
and both Michael and, sister and brother in love with the same woman. That could be an
That's
interesting
true.
triangle. Have they
Could
done
be.
that?
I don't think they have, Gia. Yeah, that would be a
There
21st
you go.
century
There you
storyline there.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
I was
we'll
glad
see.
Jacinda mentioned that the money was somewhere because I was like,
Yeah. Well, she brought it to the house.
yeah,
Did they put it in a safe place, or did they just leave
I
a bag
don't
of
know.
money
They
out?
probably just left a bag of money out,
Yeah.
like a
S
like in a bowl on a table or something. That's a Quartermain decoration, you know?
Yeah, a bowl of money, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I liked, getting back to the scene where Drew stopped by with Martin. I kinda liked, maybe this is silly, but that Chase got another glimpse into just how awful Drew is. I feel like it's good for law enforcement to see these things, and file them
Yeah,
away, you know?
he's on a hiatus right now, but
I know, yeah, he's not really a
I
cop
you
right
know
now.
what? I just when you mentioned Chase, what if Tweedledee and Tweedledum brought
Talk to
their
Chase.
yeah, talk to Chase. That could
Oh,
be
that could be
interesting, huh?
fun, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because that would just shatter
Wow,
him. That would
wow.
shatter him, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
would he he'd be the second person to be like, "Nope, I'm not
Yeah,
doing anything with this," and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh, like, come on,"
I don't know if they'd have any reason to think of him in
Yeah,
particular,
I don't think so,
but
but
just be
yeah.
interesting with his view of Willow, his
Mhm.
very
Right.
false view of Willow. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I'm very curious what they're gonna do next.
yeah. One thing about that scene that I loved was the way Martin left.
Martin, I'm outta here.
He's like
Yeah.
the cowardly lion. I love that
Yeah,
about him.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's so sort of self-serving, isn't he? Like,
yeah, yeah, I love it.
yeah, he's he's not really who you want as a lawyer, I don't
But
think.
no, but I just love how like he's a fully formed character. Like he really
Yeah,
is who he is when he's playing that.
yeah. He's gonna kill himself though between, like, trying to please Tracy so she doesn't press charges against him and trying to please
Yeah,
Drew
yeah. I
because,
guess he's like a. I guess there's something about these downtrodden characters that, like Brad, like that. When
yeah,
he's stuck, he's just stuck
mhm,
between a rock and a hard place, and he's just trying
yeah,
to keep
mhm.
his head above water the best he can. And
And and it's all his own doing,
it,
really.
yeah, it usually is. I mean, there's no appealing to his better angels because he's just always like treading water. He's just barely
Mhm.
staying
Yeah.
staying above water.
Yeah, he can't really start from scratch at this point.
No, no, he's a mess. He's a
Yeah,
mess.
he is
Yeah,
a mess.
I
Mhm.
like those compromise sort of characters.
Yeah, yeah, mhm. And he still, I mean, he could still be of use to Laura if he really wants to try to, redeem himself somewhat.
Yeah, yeah. And I love that she loves him, even though she knows how you
Yeah.
know his faults and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
probably how my brothers feel about me. I imagine.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, she must also just love the idea that she's got more family, that she,
Yeah, right.
you
Yeah.
know, doesn't have to question necessarily their loyalty, I guess. Um, but let's see what else.
Did
Anything
we
else?
cover it? I feel like we covered a lot.
Yeah,
We
I
must.
think we did. I think we pretty much did. Yeah, we've hit the hour mark.
We looked up a few words. We talked about
Yeah.
our disappointments and regrets.
Yeah. Let me tell you a little more about my Tractor Supply story.
All right. What happened?
Well, I read on, I guess it was Instagram or something, somewhere, like, there were people who were saying great things about these dog beds. They're, a line called Mutt Nation, which is a company that Miranda Lambert, the country singer, started. It's like a nonprofit sort of. So the proceeds of these beds go to shelters and stuff like that, spaying and neutering pets and things.
Nice.
You
Yeah.
know, so I thought, well, all right, I'll take a look at these beds. So first I went to Tractor Supply. That's, I think, who she's affiliated with, her pet line, and they didn't have any of them in the store, and the store was a little disappointing. So
Oh,
I thought, well, maybe that was that. I have enough dog beds.
you really do.
I
I can't
really,
emphasize to
really do.
people. I don't know what you have more of. Like when we cleaned out your car and I
Oh
found
yeah, all the
the
grocery bags.
8,000, yeah, you know how you buy grocery bags, people, so you don't have to use the plastic bags?
Yeah, I have
I,
so
I mean,
many.
my God. Uh,
Yeah, I must
I
have at
don't
least
understand
30.
how that happened. 30? It was like 80 or something.
Well, my
It
rule
was
is
like
if I
opening a clown car and they just kept
it
coming.
kind of
But
is, and I think it's gotten worse, I'm sorry to say. But anyway,
anyway, so she's
uh,
got about the same amount of dog beds, so she doesn't
yeah,
need to be shopping for dog beds. But
I don't. So, but anyway, so I got home and I thought, well, let's see if they have them online, and so they did, and they said you cannot, like, sometimes you can order stuff and pick it up at the store. They said these are not available to pick up at the store, but they can be delivered. And there was no option except for same day delivery. This was Saturday morning at like
Oh,
8:30. So I was like, well, I guess. I mean, we'll see. I didn't really believe it, that they would come the same day.
yeah.
So I ordered a couple of them, and then, like, 20 minutes later, I get a phone call. I didn't answer it, but it was Tractor Supply telling me they didn't have any available and that they canceled my order. And then in the same message, the lady said, "But as soon as I canceled the order, I found a whole bunch of them. So if you still want them, you should probably order them quickly." I was like, "What the
You
hell's
found
going
a
on
whole
here?"
bunch of them at the store? I don't
This this
understand.
no, this was at, like, a distribution center in Rumford
Oh,
or
I
something,
see. Okay.
or
Yeah.
maybe the Rumford store is bigger or something, so she's like, "You can reorder them," and so I was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm so tired of this already, but I'll see it through." So I ordered the 2 beds, and sure enough, 4 hours later, they're dropped off on the porch, but not in a box or a bag, just 2 dog beds placed on the porch, and it was like rainy, and there's, who knows what kind of squirrel
Yeah.
urine or whatever I
I was
have
gonna
on my
say I've
porch.
seen your porch also. Very bad place to leave anything. Yeah.
It was so weird, it's like, how is this company ever gonna make it, you
Huh.
know? It just seemed like they
Well, are
hadn't
they
ever.
nice? Do the
They
dogs
are, they are, they
appreciate
are
them?
very
Yeah.
nice, and the dogs love them.
Okay. Well,
So
that's a good end of the story
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
But
So I would recommend the beds. I'm not sure about the whole store or ordering from them, but yeah, nice,
all
nice
right.
beds. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Well, that's a
Maybe
nice little tale to end on. Happy dogs.
happy dogs. Maybe I'll post a picture on our Facebook
Oh,
page.
there you go. Dip your
Okay.
toe back into the Facebook page.
Okay, so that's my
Okay.
story.
All right. Well, we will watch some more and talk on Thursday.
Yeah, okay. All right,
All
Gia.
right.
Everybody
All
have a
right.
good night.
Yeah, you too, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Right. See ya.
Bye.